Alright guys, welcome back to the garage, and today we're going to be working on the Miata, replacing the hydraulic system for the clutch. Alright guys, so here's everything we're going to install in the Miata today. So we have a clutch master and slave cylinder, as well as a stainless steel braided line. And the first thing we're going to have to do is remove all the old components, so we'll go over that. We'll try to do it all in one piece as to minimally have to drain the old fluid. And then once everything is reinstalled, we'll go over the proper procedure for filling and then bleeding the clutch system. Alright guys, so here we are under the car. You can see the side of the transmission here as well as your clutch fork. This is what actually moves the clutch in and out away from the engine. So here's your slave cylinder right behind that, and in order to remove this we have two bolts, one lower and one upper. So once we remove those, we should be able to remove this from the transmission. Alright guys, so here we are on the passenger side. So you have your slave cylinder down, attach the transmission below, and then you have your line that runs up right here to this bracket, and then across the firewall over to your master. So we're gonna pull this clip out, and that should free this line. Another thing you could do is there's a 10mm nut on the back that connects this bracket to the firewall, and any other brackets that we have across here that we might need to move out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and take those off so that we can free this line up. So when we pull our master cylinder out, we should be able to pull the whole system out in one piece. Alright guys, so you can see the master cylinder here on the driver's side of the firewall, and then the line runs across the firewall over to where the slave cylinder and that clip is. But once we have all that removed, we're going to go ahead and start removing the master cylinder. The master cylinder is held on by two nuts, and then once that's all out, we should be able to remove the entire system as one piece. Alright, so now that our master cylinder is removed and much of the line is loose, we're going to go ahead and try to snake out our slave cylinder and pull the whole unit out as one piece. Alright guys, so here's just a quick overview of everything we pulled out versus everything we're putting in. So you can see the old master and then the old line to the old slave, new line, new master. The slave and the master are going to be relatively the same. They're a equal, which is a brand of Exetti, and it's basically just a new one versus an old one. And then the stainless steel line will really be the upgrade as compared to the old lines. So with a lot of these hard lines, there's no issue, but when they start adding the soft line, because the hard lines don't flex, the soft lines do flex and you get a little bit of bulge, and it can affect your pedal feel. So the stainless steel should be nice. It should be one piece. We should be able to get rid of all of these hard lines and be a much simpler solution and better going forward. So let's go ahead and start reinstalling this. Alright guys, so the new master is on, and it's pretty simple. There's just the two nuts on either side, especially with the line off. It makes it a lot easier to get the nuts as far as clearance go. Now we're going to take care of the line, run it across to the other side. Then we'll take care of the slave cylinder, make sure everything's tight, and start getting into the fluid. Alright guys, so the line's on the master here. Haven't filled it up yet, but it does run all the way across the firewall, as you can see. And then down the other side, and then in down where the slave cylinder is. So everything's in, everything's ready to go. We're gonna load up some fluid, let it run for a little bit, try to get as much air out as possible, go into a bleed procedure, and go from there. Alright guys, so here we are under the car. You can see the new slave cylinder is installed. You got the two bolts, one on the top, one on the bottom, and then you do have your bleed valve as well. So now that we're ready to put fluid in, what I do is I'm gonna open the bleed valve and then pour in fluid until I start getting fluid out the bleed valve. And then we'll go from there. So what that'll do is that'll allow the whole system to run through with as little air in the system as possible. Once it starts coming out, we'll tighten it up, and then we'll get into our bleeding process. Alright guys, so as you can see, the car is back down on the ground, and that means one thing. That means that we're basically ready to wrap this video up. So the last thing that we were working on was a bleed process, adding new fluid and then bleeding all the air out. So Unfortunately, some of that footage did not come out very well. We did have a little bit of a flash rainstorm that seems to be over now, but unfortunately I did realize that my S2000 was outside with the top down, so I wanted to make sure that was taken care of. So like I said, the footage just really didn't come out, just bad lighting, not a great camera angle, didn't really get to see what I wanted to see, so I'm just gonna talk it over real quick. I had my wife here, so we did a two-person system. Basically, she works the pedals and I work the slave cylinder. First thing we do, top off our fluid. Make sure your fluid is always topped off, because if it goes low or even runs out, you'll start sucking air into the system and basically have to start all over again. So periodically while you're going through the process, just double check, make sure there's still fluid in there and you're still good to go. So once the fluid was good, I got under the car, I had her pump the pedal maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times until she started feeling pressure, then held it down to the ground, at which point I would start to open the bleed valve, which in this case is an 8mm on the end of the slave cylinder, and that would eject basically any bubbles or air or a mixture of fluid in both that would be stuck in the lines. So after doing that 3 or 4 or 5 times, you'll start to get a cleaner, stronger, less bubbles stream, and once you have no air in the stream, you basically know that there's no more air in the system. So once there's no more air in the system, your bleed is done and your pedal is basically set for where you want it. Now, in this case, our pedal feels a lot better. It's a little stiffer. It definitely feels less spongy than it used to. There's no bulge from those rubber lines, and it feels a lot better. So we were able to replace all 3 components kind of in one spot. It was really great, as well as adding new fluid, which is something that we needed to do. So this is it. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, maybe a more in-depth bleed process or any other kind of videos regarding this car or any of my other cars, feel free to drop me a comment. I always try to respond, and I definitely read all the comments for sure. So that pretty much wraps this up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.